Hey everybody, we're back again for yet another playlist. Why not? I'm waiting for some more stuff to upload. My mind is just going. After talking with my brother-in-law last night, the other playlist we was talking about that came to mind. Well, there's two of them, but this one that I'm starting now, this playlist is going to be for my culture. Like I was interested in studying the other cultures because I got into K-pop and got heavy and deep into it and loving the Asian languages. And now I can see why my daughter got into it. Like she started wanting to learn. She started studying Mandarin and she started studying Korean and Japanese. She started studying the Asian language. I think she was influenced by these artists that, and I'm kind of coming into her world now, like with K-pop, because I was outside of it. And now that I'm kind of alone outside of the family unit, because we're separated, me and the wife, and I've been separated from the kids too. It's been tough. Um, we're still on we're still on good enough terms that we can see each other. Like I can go visit them, but again, money's tight, things like that. They're over in North Carolina, so the distance also makes it tough. And I'm over here in Texas, or soon to be going back to Cali, which puts me on the opposite side of the coast. Makes it even harder to go see them. Of course, even online, we're not that close. I don't think they're really all about talking online and Zoom calling and things like that. And I was that way too, so I don't blame them if they feel uncomfortable with that form of communication. I do try and drop texts to them and try to talk to them. But back to my point, in being interested in those cultures and stuff like that, I have my own culture that, because I was raised here in the United States and my family is originally from the islands. And I've seen some of it growing up, some of the traditions, some of the stuff we do. I've experienced that part of it, and friends were always intrigued by my culture that knew me because I had most of my friends were American, were from here. They weren't Polynesian. So when they engaged or they came over to our functions and things like that, they were always like, "Wow, this is amazing!" Like it was a whole other world for them to explore. I was someone that was really relatable to them because I was raised here, but they just were amazed by the culture that we had, our culture from the islands. I wasn't. I was actually kind of trying to fit in, be American. That was my whole. I was like, my culture is whatever. But my friends were valued it. They were like, "Oh man, that's awesome that you have this stuff," because they don't have that. You know. So some of it could be lost if it's not carried forward. And I realized I'm not a carrier because I haven't been interested. I've been mainly engaged in being here in the United States. So now that I'm older and looking back, I was just talking to my brother-in-law about, if I'm interested in other cultures, shouldn't I first look to my own so that I could be a better ambassador and be a better that would make me feel whole, coming from a place of wholeness to where I can explore other cultures and really appreciate I'll always appreciate them. It's just that it's almost like, dude, you're looking at all these other things. What happened to your own? So, so true, man. It made me reflect on that. So this playlist that I'm starting up is going to be kind of a tracker of how I'm going to go back and try and learn my own culture. Like it's going to be interesting, like coming from it, like being. I was born in the island, but I was raised here. So that'd be I was just thinking that'll be an interesting vlog following this guy trying to go back and understand where he comes from and his culture, like get back into my language, get back into my culture and traditions and different things like that they do, and what the significance of different things are. So my sister, fortunately, she married into a family that's very they're here in Texas and they're very Texan. Don't get me wrong, they're Texan as Texan can be, but they also did not let go of their roots. They are very steeped in understanding the culture and all that kind of stuff. And they know, they have a knowledge of these things. They've passed it on to their children. And so my brother-in-law is one of those that's received a lot of this knowledge. And so he's going to be my go-to guy. You're going to see him on video. I asked him if I could film him. So we're going to be doing video where we're talking with him different things, cultural aspects of what we do as traditionally what we've done before. I don't see it as much today. I think a lot more Tongans are integrating into the American way of life, the Western way of life, even back in the islands, I guess. Um, and some of those, I would hate to lose. My daughter even talked about that being one of her passions, not to lose that cultural part. And I guess it starts eroding. It would, if it was eroding, it would start with me before it started eroding even further. Like I would have to carry the torch myself. So this would be cool going back in trying to recapture this part of where I'm from and who I am. It'll be an important journey for me. And then I'm glad my brother-in-law. And I'm sure there'll be other folks that are watching this. There's probably be other Tongans like myself that have been displaced in a way, separated from their culture, mainly westernized, mainly Americanized, I guess you could say, that could watch this and learn from this. Do like, hey, here's an old guy. Usually what they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, kind of thing. I hope to be an example, and maybe there is some stuff already happening online. I don't know, but this is my channel, and I'm going to be doing this on my channel. And if anybody can learn from it or grow from it, that's awesome. And then my other playlist is going to incorporate and the other cultures that I want to study, and so I'll start playlists for those various cultures that I want to get into, but this one should start with my own. So the Tongan, this is my Tongan culture vlog. I'm trying to figure out how to even name it. I'll say Tongan vlog, or my Tongan vlog. This is my Tongan vlog, going into my Tongan roots and really getting to understand where I come from and what the traditions are, and really come to understand my people and where I come from, and speak the language. Like I know some of the language, and I speak a little bit, and I know I could learn more and really apply myself and probably really get pretty far if I really pushed hard in it. And I need to do that. I need to get to know where I come from, who my people are, the cultural traditions that are beautiful about my culture that need to be passed down to my children, that need to be carried forward. And so that's my job as the father. I'm supposed to pass that on to my children. And I think my daughter was looking after her. She was going past me to her. She's going through to her ancestry to try and understand part of who she is. My wife's from here. She's German mixed with, she's a little bit Native American, Indian, and some English, all the European blood, but a lot of German. So my daughter and son are half German, half Tongan. So that is a part of them still. So yeah, I need to set the example, and I'm glad I'm starting this vlog. It's a great idea. I was just talking to my brother-in-law, just going, man, this is cool. I'm going to do this. So this is it for anyone watching this. Any other Tongans that are watching too, that are like, oh, we can help you out, man. You got to do this. You got to research that. Then I'll start picking up the language and probably I'll share my language journey through this when it comes to Tongan. So I guess when I'm doing languages, I guess I'm also going to be doing culture along with it. So if it's going to be a Korea vlog, then it's going to be about the Korean culture as well as their language that I'm going to be studying and vlogging about. Same with these other cultures that I'm interested in because of K-pop. And then who knows? It doesn't have to stop there. Be good to get to know who all of the people are on this planet. We're all human species, and we're all human. And it's intriguing to know there's so many different cultures, so much variety and diversity, which comes right back into my music. And I have an ear for music, so who knows if the ear can carry over into the language scene and reading in between the lines also when it comes to communication on that level. So and then musically as well, what the music in that culture is like. So a lot of interesting stuff to explore here. So I'm grateful to be starting up this playlist. Uh, all right, that's it for now, man. More to follow.